lot of educators make connections with their students socially, but that's just not enough. As educators, we've got to get to know our students' curiosity. We need to figure out what their interests are. We even need to figure out how their minds work when it comes to learning, if we're going to be an effective educator. But it's all about relationships. Now, I know that's a buzzword in education today because we've got to make sure we have relationships with our students, relationships with our parents, and you better make sure you have a relationship with your community. But I am reminded that there are two types of relationships. You have shallow relationships, which only touch the surface. And then you have those deeper relationships. I'm reminded of a time back in high school. A couple of my friends and I, we attended a local convention. And at this convention, I entered every single opportunity I could. Every competition, I was in there. And I won something every single day. Now, as a high school student, I was excited because I was being rewarded for being who I was. For the first time that I could remember, people valued me, not because of something that I was doing to be noticed, but just simply because of who I was. So upon going back to the room that night, my roommate, which we'd been friends for 13 years, he says, "Why are you winning everything?" And at that moment, I was crushed. We're supposed to be friends. We've been in a relationship for 13 years, and this is how you feel? But I'm also reminded about high school, about a teacher I had by the name of Mr. George Cobb. Now, Mr. Cobb, that was someone special. You see, Mr. Cobb did something that a lot of teachers didn't do at that time. He spent time with me. We had a lot of things in common. We both grew up in single-parent homes. We went to the same local church. I wasn't that good in any kind of sports, but I was good in band. And Mr. Cobb was my band director. Now, Mr. Cobb made sure that I knew my instrument. He made sure that we covered all those standards. But he also made sure that I was going to be very successful in life. I can recall a conversation I had with him where he told me, "Jerome, if you listen to me, I will make sure that you make it." Because of my relationship with him, I did everything I could to make him proud. Even to the day that I got accepted into Alabama A&M University, the first person I celebrated with was not my mom. It was not my grandmother. It was Mr. Cobb. Because Mr. Cobb drove me to my audition. Mr. Cobb helped me fill out my FAFSA form. Mr. Cobb was more than just a teacher. Because he was black, that didn't make him successful. It's because he saw the importance of making a deeper relationship with me. So the deeper the relationship, the deeper the impact that you have on students. Because Mr. Cobb's impact wasn't just to mold me into a college person. He trained me how to be a highly effective high school principal that establishes connections with all of his students. I'm even reminded of a story of a young guy by the name of Jarrell, one of my former students. And on paper, Jarrell was bad news. Just gonna be honest. He was kicked out of school. He was expelled. He even quit school at one point in time. It's rumored that he was in a gang. He was homeless at one point. Anything bad associated with him, that was Jarrell. Society would probably even label him a thug. Upon coming on the job, I'd heard all the bad news about Jarrell. "Oh, don't give Jarrell, you're gonna have to be worried about him." But I chose to do something different. I wanted to see Jarrell for who he really was. So I recall one day in my office, Jarrell came up and he said, "Mr. Lee, can I talk to you?" "Sure, Jarrell, come on in, what's going on?" And he said, "How do you do it?" "Jarrell, what are you talking about? How do I do what?" He said, "How do you do it?" See, what you don't know about Jarrell is that the reason he was homeless is because after his mom died in New York, instead of coming back to the South, he stayed up there for 3 months. So Jarrell spoke to me and he said, "Well, my mom's dead. Your mom's dead. My dad just died. I don't have anybody." This conversation took place about 5 weeks after my mom's death and about 2 weeks after his father's death. And in that moment, I didn't see Jarrell as a troubled teen. I saw Jarrell as little Jerome. I saw Jarrell as a young boy sitting there longing for the love of his parents while society continued to knock him down. So that day we had about a 45-minute conversation, and I got to know Jarrell. Jarrell's life turned around so much in just 1 year. The first year there, he had about 21 suspensions out of school. That next year, he brought it down to 6. Jarrell even participated in our Black History program at the school. It was the first time ever that he was able to be in something positive in school. And the look on his grandmother's face in the audience was priceless. So in the state of Alabama right now, there's an epidemic. We're working on our graduation rate because 87% of our students are graduating and 13% are not. But Jarrell's a part of the majority on this one. Jarrell is a high school graduate, not because of anything that I did. It's because Jarrell believed in himself. So as educators, I challenge you to believe in the students that we have. Mr. Cobb's impact on me wasn't just for Jerome. His impact was for Jarrell. And the impact that I pray that each and every one that you have on your students are for the other Jarrells out there